going to go over our farmers market season, and we'll talk about everything that you need to bring and what you can bring and what markets provide and all that good stuff. So let's get into that a little bit. So this is our setup. This is our main setup that we did at our biggest market. Obviously the live trays here and just stacked up and everything else for display with their information signs in them and all that. And then all our products here and our clamshells up on a wooden stand that we built, and we can get into that more. Sign here of all our pricing information. We were very simple last year, $5 each or 5 for 20. And then our wheatgrass up there, and information sheet to sign up for our weekly deliveries. So what to bring to a farmer's market? Obviously this can vary based on your location and what the market provides, if it's an indoor market or outdoor market. Tents, obviously. If you're outdoor, you want to bring yourself a tent to protect you from the sun, any weather that might happen, rain, because summer, it's going to rain on you at some point. And to keep that sun off of your products as well. Helps that as well. Depending on the direction you're going, you might have to move the tent around and stuff, but definitely look at that. Weights, and weights very helpful around here. It gets very, very windy at times, and it can lift your tent up if you don't have the weights, and it could damage your stuff, somebody else's stuff. So you want to make sure that you have some kind of weight. We used a brick, just a little half brick, broken half on the sides before. You can buy some sandbags, free weights from your house, whatever you got that is a decent amount of weight that will hold the tent down if you do get any wind. So you definitely want to do that and bring that. Tables, we bring usually 2, but you're going to need at least 1 table, and that is one table, 6 foot or 8 foot, and we get the ones that fold in the middle, so they're easy for transportation, basically break down in half. That is very, very useful for us. And then, of course, the tablecloth. This is how people were finding us in the beginning. They're like, where's the green tablecloth? They always looked at every market. So you can find them on Amazon. I believe we do have a link on that as well in all our videos. Or if you click on one of our links, you can go find it. But yeah, definitely helps brand you. You don't have to do green. Obviously, do what a lot of other colors you can do is there as well. Obviously, you need a cash box, but if you don't have a checklist, sometimes you will forget this. Not learning from experience or anything. We bring $100 in change, all 5s and 1s, because we don't mess with coins at the market. It was $5 last year. This year we're doing $4 products and $5. Or we did, the 5 for 20. When we brought our vegetables, we did do some at $3, but we really pushed like 2 for 5, so it basically stayed in that $5 range. We also keep our credit card reader in there, charging cables, battery backup, because the worst thing ever happened if your phone dies, and that's where our card readers run on, and you ain't got no charge, and you can't take any credit cards, which this day and age, you definitely got to be able to take that, and you could lose a cell. So definitely want to make sure them are staying charged at all times, and you got all this little stuff with you. So all the money kind of stuff stays in the box. And then we bring a box of miscellaneous stuff. Tape, chalk markers, pins, clamps, ropes, scissors, logo stickers, hand sanitizer, twisty ties, zip ties, Post-its, etc. You don't know how important some of this stuff comes in handy if you don't have it, and when you do have it, it comes in very handy. So all these little random stuff makes surprises on you. So we just keep everything in that plastic tote, shoebox tote with lid, so that way it's always with us and it's with our stuff. And then signage. Depending on your setup and what you need, we had one market, and we're going back to this one this year. You can see here they gave us a whole chalkboard behind us. This was the indoor market, and we got to set this up one time. We were always in the same spot, and that just stayed the whole year. So it was nice. You can decorate it as you want, put all kinds of graphics on it. So you can do whatever you want with that chalkboard there and do stuff. So it was very, very nice to that. And then we went through iterations of different boards to give information. These ones on my side, right side, so your guys' left side probably, was just up vertical that was on the tent, hanging on the tent there, and gave information about the products and all the products we have. And then we went to more of a poster board here backing with Velcro, so if we added products, we could easily add them in with Velcro and lamination and everything else. So they were very helpful on that end and be able to move stuff around. As you can see, we were selling out of stuff. Display pieces. This is the display stand I was talking about. We built this out of old fence panels and some boards and some hinges. And we've got to get all our stuff vertical. The more vertical you can have your products, the better. People are more in line of eyesight with them instead of just laying on the table. We find this helped out dramatically. And obviously the wheatgrass in there, and then our sign in there for what everything cost. And make it look abundant and full at all times. Water. You're going to want to bring water with you, obviously, for yourself, and if you're bringing live trays, your produce. So we bring 2 to 3 bottles for each of us. And if there's 2 people working a stand, we usually have about 6 bottles. Plus, we bring a gallon of water for the plants in case they start looking a little sad through the day if it's really hot, and you can give them plants some water to perk them back up while you're out there. And if you do the wheatgrass, I recommend doing like a dog bowl to have the dog come over there, because if you can get the dog to come over there, the people come over there and spend money, and they look at that pet grass as we market it, and you can get sales off of that as well. Sign-up sheets, obviously, if you want to gather information, emails, phone numbers, newsletters, promotions, or anything else you're doing, bring a sign-up sheet to have out there for them to sign up with. Or what we're going to do this year is probably bring the laptop and have them sign up right there on site. Kind of ends the emails getting lost in junk mail and stuff, so definitely check that out if you want to do that. Coolers. Obviously, you want to keep your stuff cold and abundant. We do rotate these products out throughout the day. If they set out there, we'll rotate them out and get different ones out there. But bring enough ice that's going to last. The sheet ice packs work great if you get them, because you can layer them in there and stuff around the cooler. We usually bring the 1 extra large cooler there, and then on the 4-foot table that we bring as well. So we actually 3 tables usually. And plus a second large cooler below. It's up underneath here on a rack, on a bins, to keep it up off the ground. So we take 2 coolers with us, and they're both this size. But make sure you have some way to keep your product cold that's already packaged. Products. Of course, don't forget to bring your products for sale. But when the chaos happens when you're getting ready for a market in the morning, sometimes you can forget stuff if you don't have a checklist. So highly recommend that. Things are stored in different areas sometimes, and you know how things are. So make sure that you have that checklist and you remember everything else. So we make a list and post notes if something is stored away from different items. Whatever system, you can make sure that you bring everything. When you bring additional items, when we do that, we do lettuce as well, herbs, we do eggs, beets, radishes during the market seasons as well. So you want to make sure you remember to grab all that stuff. We have a list of inventory that we're bringing so we can keep accurate counts when we come back. So we have a spreadsheet that we keep track of everything that we're bringing. When we get home, we do an inventory and we know what we sold. So that way you can better accurate for the next market. If you're cutting live trays, hand washing station you're going to need. At least here you have to have it, and I would assume this is probably everywhere. So you got to have a cooler with a drain bucket, paper towels, soap, a small table for this bucket to set on separately from everything else. Cleaning cloth towels for cleaning, sanitizer buckets, the sanitizer tablets or sanitizer solution of some kind. Bleach works as well. Test strips, and we bring 2 knives in case you drop one or whatever happens. You always want to have a backup of that, and obviously gloves. Scales may be needed and inspected or certified depending on your market requirement. They do require here to have your certified scale and get that little tag you have to pay for. To know your scale is accurate, so you're not cheating anybody. In racks for both display and live trays, you can do this in many ways. You can bring a whole rack, or you can bring like bins that we did and set them on like that. So many different ways you can display. We are going to be experimenting in our next market with this, putting full size 72-inch, the racks we set the microgreens on now in a grow room, and bring that for back display and see if that works out and gets a better display. So this is a picture of the hand washing station. Don't have a picture of our actual one, but this is exactly how we set it up. Just like that, with the soap over there. Actually, our soap goes on our bucket. We bought a 5-gallon bucket that's designed for that. So the soap's right there on the side of it, and then the paper towels, and then the bucket for underneath for the gray water. And then you got the test strips you want to have, your cloths, your buckets. If you have a red bucket and the health department comes around and checks on you, they're going to love you for that because you already got that set up. So look into that. Extras that you could bring: a laptop, tablet if you want people to directly sign up. Dog watering bowl that I talked about earlier. Business cards. If you want to give out business cards, we just give the information sheet. Is the only thing we give out because it has all the information on it about our products, us, and everything else. So this is a picture of our information sheets. We have 2 different ones. Now we just print on both sides. So you have a how to use. These are reversible. So the information's on the back, the information's on the front. So how to use microgreens, give them a little information about that, and then all our information of our products broken out and what the nutritional values and all that stuff is. So that's what we, in general, bring to a farmer's market, and kind of what we run through with the checklist that we have and everything else. So, yeah, that's our farmer's market setup.